YouTube, what's up? It is RJ once again, and these just came in. I've been waiting for these for a very long time. And let's just get right into them. As you can see from the title, this is a Nike ID product. Recently, they did I don't know what you call it, I guess a drop or an opportunity for people to pick a style. They had Air Force Ones, I believe, Air Maxes, and there may have been one other silhouette. I didn't pay attention because I went with the Maxes, obviously, and that's what we'll pull out. But essentially, you were able to choose from an assortment of materials from Pendleton. Pendleton is a company that does flannels and jackets and blankets, and a lot of them have kind of like a Native American vibe to them. And they've been around for a long time. So much like the Levi collaboration that Nike did, or the Levi ID that Nike offered a while back, same sort of thing. And when I saw these, I had to pick them up, and it took me a couple days. They restocked them a few times, and finally I got them. So hey, I'm rambling on. I just needed to give you guys a little bit of background. Let's dive into the shoe. All right, so again, just like the last video, I have not seen these yet, and it has been it's been quite a while since I've ID'd a shoe, but I have in the past, and I've never really been disappointed. So this should be a good experience. Right off the bat, I'm a little disappointed, and I'll explain to you why. So I saw this online. I saw a couple people getting their pairs, and I was like, damn it, I forgot to adjust my name. So for those of you who don't know my real name, it's probably gonna be all of you. Obviously I go by RJ, but my first name is Ronald. I've never gone by that. I never will go by it. I was named after my dad. Nothing against him, I just don't like the name. So anyway, as you can see from the size tag right there, it does say Nike by Ronald. Obviously I'm a size 10.5. And then right there it says Nike by you on the front of the box. You got a few things on the back. Swoosh right there. Anyway, that's not a huge deal, but it kind of bums me out. I really do wish it said Nike by RJ, just because I've gone by RJ my whole life, 33 years old, and that's a bummer, but it is what it is. All right, let's break them out. Again, my first time seeing these, I'm excited, man, because I felt like I genuinely had one of the best designs out of everybody that I've seen, and I've always kind of had like a desire to design sneakers, and kind of like my first stab at doing something dope. Oh, man. They do stink, I'll tell you that much. They smell of glue and paint and all that other stuff, but here they are right here. Oh my goodness, man. I'm pretty stoked on how they turned out. Now I'll go over exactly what I did and the colors that I chose and all of that stuff. It's obviously an Air Max 90. I'm not gonna break it down for you guys. The shoe's been around forever, but I'll give you a little info on sizing and all that stuff and how they feel. Usually Nike's really good when it comes to ID stuff, and Nike's sizing's pretty much always pretty fluid. It's always on par. So I never really put my name on them. Like I know some people initial them and stuff like that. I don't really do that. I'm not really about that. I like the shoe. I kind of like my IDs to look like something that could have been done by Nike and could have been available to the general public, but obviously wasn't. All right, so we'll bust out the left shoe here, and then I'll kind of go over exactly what I did. So obviously I've already mentioned a few times, this is a Nike ID that offered the Pendleton materials. Pendleton obviously being a company that does an assortment of goods, blankets, flannels, and stuff like that. So here we go. So obviously wrapping the entire shoe is that classic Air Max mudguard. I went with an all black leather mudguard. They offered an option where you could have lined the mudguard and an assortment of other areas with that same Pendleton material, but it kind of poofed out too much, and I wasn't with it. So I just went with the standard cut of the leather, and I hit the mudguard all the way around. You got the Air Max hits on both sides in that turquoise blue, and the reason I went with turquoise is because there is like I mentioned, Pendleton has a very big Native American-esque background, I guess. I don't want to speak out of turn and act like I know a lot about Pendleton, but it is a classic brand. You know, it is a classic American brand, and they've been around for quite some time. And so turquoise, to me, and I believe it just in general, has always had a very big Native vibe to it as well. You know, I know if you go to like areas like Arizona, you know, desert areas, turquoise has just always been the color, and so I felt like that needed to be a part of this shoe, which is why I went with that. Obviously on the back panel on the Nike Air right there, you've got the same turquoise color. So all of the plastic areas that it was available, I went ahead and I hit it with the turquoise. So you'll see that throughout the entire shoe. Below all the leather and all the mud guards that you see is that Pendleton material. And I'm not exactly sure what the pattern was called. It's slipping my mind, but as you can see, that's the pattern that I did go with all the way throughout. So you're gonna have that on the toe box. You're gonna have that right around the ankle collar area. And then both swooshes were done in that same material right there. Oh man, it's just, the way it turned out is phenomenal. And then also the tongue as well. And then up top on the tongue tag, you do have that same Pendleton leather with the Nike Air Max logo there. I went with gray laces just because there is a slight hint of gray throughout the Pendleton material as well. It's more of actually like a off-white. I just felt like the gray laces looked really good with the turquoise, and that's why I went with them. Now, the only thing that I am bummed out about right off the bat is the liner right here. I went with the Sherpa liner, and it's very, very poofy, and I had seen people talking about that already on Twitter, and so I was kind of bummed out about that. I kind of wish I would have went with the French Terry on the inside. I just felt like the Sherpa was gonna set it off, but it is a little thick, and that's gonna make my feet just a little too warm in Southern California. But there are some cold nights, so this will make for a good leather shoe when it is freezing outside, or if I do any traveling to cold areas, it will be worthwhile. I will keep these forever. This is one of my favorite shoes I've ever bought. Honestly, I love this shoe. I think it turned out really, really good. That little Nike hit right there on the bottom of the laces. There is a name for that thing and I always forget it, and then somebody reminds me in the comments and I feel like a jackass because I forget. Headed down to the midsole, I went with white all the way around except for right around the air bubble on both sides, lateral and medial. I went with black right around the air bubble, and then inside that air is white as well, just to match the midsole. I'm not gonna toot my own horn too much, but I think I did a damn good job on these things. Let me know if you agree or if you think I butchered them. And then obviously you've got that Pendleton tag right there. Hopefully the camera picks that up. And then inside you do have that removable Pendleton insole. Obviously you can see the Pendleton branding right there on the heel. A lot of arch support as well. And I mean, if you've had a 90 is a 90, you know, they've been around for years, man, years and years and years, going on 30 years. So it is still just an Air Max 90, but I think with the Pendleton hits, I think this was the best of the options available. A lot of people went with the Air Forces. I'm just not an Air Force dude, never have been, probably never will be, but I do heavily rock with Air Maxes. So that is that up top. Heading down to the outsole, I went with the translucent black outsole, as you can see right there. Nothing special about it. It is just your run-of-the-mill Air Max 90 outsole, but I did go with the translucent color. I thought that was pretty dope. But nonetheless, guys, that's the complete breakdown of my Air Max 90 Pendletons, Nike IDs. I do not think these are available anymore. They might pop up from time to time. I know once the Levi's went, like once they stopped doing them, they were pretty much gone. I missed out on those, but I'm definitely more about the Pendletons than I was the Levi's. So I'm gonna leave it at that. The retail on these was $150, which is pretty damn good for an ID. Usually they mark them up just a bit, and I mean, that is a markup from a regular 90, but not too much, not when you're spending $300 on Adidas every week. So shout out to Nike for keeping the prices decently reasonable. And as far as comfort goes, it's an Air Max 90. You know, 30-year-old technology doesn't give for a crazy comfortable shoe, but still got the Air technology. And I guess if you want me to give you a number, somewhere between like a 6.5 and a 7.3 comfort-wise. Other than that, I will throw these on feet. I will give you guys a look at them. I gotta get some sort of decent little outfit because I don't think just putting these on with some shorts is gonna look any good on a video, but I'll figure something out. I'll throw them on my feet. I'll give you guys a good look at them. And that's gonna do it, guys. Again, Air Max 90 Pendleton, Nike ID. I'm RJ. I appreciate you guys for watching the video. If you haven't already, thumbs up, helps the video tremendously. Subscribe to the channel. We are trying to grow, guys. That's what we're here for, and I couldn't do it without all of your support. So again, thank you very much. Until next time, I'm RJ. Peace out.